Here's my buddy again, Zeus, and my log ready to be milled up. I got the guide board on. This is a 17-foot log. It's 23 inches on this side and like 18 inches on the other. So it's got a pretty decent sized taper in it. But there it is. I can't really roll it over, so I gotta slice the top off and then maybe I can shed some weight. But that's basically how you set it up every time. Real easy. You just clamp it to these L brackets right here, and you screw those in level, and then you just start cutting away. So I'm gonna get this one milled up because I want to clean this area and move the pigs so that we can plant where the pigs are now, because they have it all tilled up and everything. So we're going to use them as our little tillers and fertilizers, and hopefully we can get a bunch of plants in here in the next week or so. So alright guys, enjoy. Looks like I need a longer bar if I'm going to be cutting logs this big, because this edge where this rail sits out, a few inches. So my 20-inch bar isn't going all the way on this side, so I'll have to finish that cut freehand, I think. Another great thing about this system is if your guide rail gets, tweaked a little bit, basically all you have to do to make it a super straight guide board is, let me move the camera. Basically all you do to make a super straight guide board is take a piece and you mark 2 inches on each end and then snap a chalk line. Okay, and then your rail that the jig actually sits on, which is the same plane as what you're cutting, that's what you match to that line. So, if it starts getting tweaked out, undo the brackets, snap a new line, screw it back in, and you're good to go. So, really awesome concept here, because as long as you don't glue it together or anything like that, you can make adjustments as you need to. So if you're worried about making a guide rail out of wood, I wouldn't, because this one is probably the best way you could make one out of wood without having to constantly make a new guide rail or anything like that. So just in case anybody's wondering, I have had to adjust this thing once because I didn't have it completely set right first time, but it's super easy to adjust it. So flip this around. Here's the top. And this is a 19-foot guide rail that I made. So 17-foot logs. That gives me a little bit of room to trim them off, for the checking and splitting. Alright, this time I'm going to slab a 4-inch section off of this, and I'm going to do 4x12s, I think, for the floor joist. Alright, that's the difference between a sharp and a dull chain. That was a very dull chain. I should have sharpened it before that cut, but I just wanted to get it done, and I should have just stopped and sharpened it. It took me like 3 times as long as it should have. But anyways, now if I was going to make a bunch of 2x4s, I would basically take this slice right here and then flip it up that way, and then use the jig. I would put it at 2 inches, use the jig, and then slice this way down, and then you'd have, 2x4. So. Another great thing about this jig is you can sharpen it without any fuss or taking it off or anything. You got easy access to, your whole bar. So I can just easily sharpen it and get right back to cutting. Alright guys, this is how I have it set up for my final cut on this 4x12. I just have it propped up, screwed in with some 2x4s on an angle, and then I screwed the guide board into the face, because the depth gauge only goes to 8 inches on here, and I should have cut it the other way, but it's alright. And then I got this other 4x12 that I'll cut out of that, and then here in the middle I'm going to try to get at least a 2x8 and a 2x4 out of that, so we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, hope you found this video helpful if you're looking for a way to mill some wood. And if you want to see us start a off-grid farm here in northern Vermont, then make sure you subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Have a good one.